Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example related to MCP tool, where we will create one tool that can help us to list down all the files present in a folder. Okay, so yes, in real world scenarios, there are multiple scenarios where we are supposed to list down all the files present in a folder. So in that situation, how we will utilize the MCP tool, that I'm going to show you in this session. So by the end of this session, you will be able to understand like how to perform this operation of listing down the files in a folder, and also you can use the same logic in your system if you want to implement such similar kind of thing. And at the end of the session, we will also discuss about one interview question that mostly interviewer ask at the time of interview. Okay, but before we proceed with these all things, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for timing we are just mainly focusing on how to list down the files, right? But prior to that, you should know what is write operation, what is update, or you can say update append operation, right? And all the 11 sessions that we have already covered. And for that, you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find thousands of sessions available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can easily consume the content. And in case if there is any queries or questions related to that, you can feel free to reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer all your questions. Okay, alright, so let's get started and see what we have noted down. So firstly, I have imported the OS, and second I imported the FastMCP. So FastMCP is mainly a tool that help us to create the server, right? So here you can see MCP equals to FastMCP file list server. Okay, so what this file list server is, it is the name of the server that we are assigning to give some identity to this server. Now after that, we have created this line number 26 decorator, that is MCP tool. What this decorator will do, it will simply like tell the program that after this line, the function that we have defined is not a normal function, it's a tool, it will act as a tool. Okay, so for that we have created one method, list file, list underscore files, folder path :str dot. So here we have assigned the default value to folder path as current folder, default as dot, and after receiving the parameter, it will perform some operation and then it will return back the string. Clear? Now here I'm also implementing the error handling, so that in case if something is wrong, it will handle it automatically. So for that, I'm using this try and except function here. So now you can see firstly I'm doing the file operation, so I just noted down files equal os.listdir. Now what is this new function? So you can see here it returns a list of containing the names of the file in the directory. Okay, so directory is nothing but a folder, so it will list down all the files present in a folder or a directory. But for what? For that path which we are providing and which we are receiving as an input parameter. Clear? Now after that, we are just verifying the thing, because we are storing it into files. So I'm just checking if not files. Now what is not files? Not files means if there is no file present in this directory, then it will simply return the message no files found in folder path. Okay, so whatever path is there, if there is no data, it will return this. Else it will join the files, dot join blank. So what it will do, it will add one by one file name and then it will close the program. Okay, now after that we have this file not found error. So here I'm using except block. So this block will be only executed if there is any error in the file operation, overall file operation. Okay, so in that situation, we will just show the message error, folder path name was not found. Okay, folder path name was not found. Okay, so I think this part is clear. So now we have idea like how to design the server. Let's go and see how we can define the client. So for client, you can see we have imported few basic things first, like async IO, client session, studio, server parameters, and studio client. After that, we have defined like we have noted down these steps which will help us to just establish a connection between the server and the client. Okay, so I just define like this: async def main, and then we are configuring the studio server parameter. So I'm passing two parameter here. One is Python and another one is the name of the file which we are using, server file. Okay, and after that we are using async with studio client server as read write, async with client session, read write as session. After that we are using await session dot initialize. So what this line will do, it will establish a connection between our server and the file, and after that we are just simply fetching the data. And see, this time we are not doing error handling in the client file because it is already implemented here in the in the server side. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply run await session dot call underscore tool list files, and then the argument we will pass the folder path, that is colon dot. Okay, so it will just list down that file one by one. Okay, now to print the files, we will just simply add this message which is files in current folder result.content 0.txt, because it is a list, so we are passing the parameter accordingly. Alright, so once this client will be processed, when we execute the program, it will simply go to the server with the file location. I'm passing the path as default blank dot, that means current folder, but it depends on requirement. If you want to change the path, you can change. Even though if we are not providing this, then it will consider the default value as dot itself. Okay, so let's see what all files are present in this current folder. So for that we will execute the program with the command python. Then we will write the program name. Let me show you, MCP12 client.py, and when this program got executed, you will see that all the list, let me expand it, so you can see it lists down all the files that are present in my current folder. Okay, like this text is also there, file in current folder, and these are the files. So you can see here also in VS Code. That means it is providing the right output. Okay, so I think now you have idea like how we actually find out all the files present in a folder with the help of MCP tool. So this kind of logic you have to implement to perform your operation. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. And now there is one question for all of you, and today's question is, what file mode did we use in MCP 11 to add content to the end of the file without deleting the old content? So I'm sure you already know the answer of this question, so just do share your knowledge in the comment section so that others can take a reference from it. Actually, it has three benefits. One, when you comment the answer, it will help you to recall the concepts, right? Second, if let's say if someone is there who don't know the answer, so they can directly refer the comment section, and from there they can find the information. Third, when you consistently write the comment, it will gives me the notification that you guys are learning from these session series, and accordingly I will release new sessions. So number of, like when you reply with lots of answer, accordingly I will add the new sessions. Okay, so please do share your knowledge in the comment section. In case if there is any query, question, even a suggestion for any session or a playlist, then feel free to reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer all your queries. And meanwhile, like we'll discuss another example in the next session. Meanwhile, like you can refer all the previous sessions first from Sharmit digital course book, and just give it a try to implement your scenarios according to the things that we have learned. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.